Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. Dennis Norwood says, Shane, you got to check out Venus Blue from Acid Bath. We're on our journey of Acid Bath. That's what we do here. Says you got to check out Venus Blue. That's from the Paegan Terrorism Tactics record. And we will be listening to the original, not the remaster. I don't care about none of that. But we're going to learn about Acid Bath and also Yo-Yo. It was crazy. I get down in the comments. I see Dennis Norwood down there. He says, Shane, when you get a chance, you should do Acid Bath Venus Blue. I says, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And then not but 5, 6, 10 more comments down as I'm going through and looking, I see Yo-Yo. And he says, Shane, if you get a chance, you should... So maybe you guys should get in the comments if you see this and say, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? Learn about Acid Bath. If it's your first time here and you don't know what we do here, we learn about the band, then we listen to that song Venus Blue for the very first time. So I welcome you on this journey. And if you say, Shane, you've read a lot of this stuff before, well, that's fine too. You can move towards where the song's at. But I like to recap just in case someone's coming into the band for the very first time. Let's do it now. Acid Bath. 339,000 monthly listeners to the Spotify account. Again, all top 5 jammeronis from this band come from When the Kite String Pops. You got Cheap Vodka in the number 1, Scream of the Butterfly, The Blue, Tranquilized in the 4th slot, and Jezebel in the 5th slot. That is their top 5. We look into the albums that these guys released. Of course, they got the demo tapes, the 1993 to 96. You got When the Kite String Pops. That comes out in 1993. Of course, that's John Wayne Gacy art on the cover. And then, of course, this record here with Venus Blue on it, Paegan Terrorism Tactics in 1995, and that's all. And then in 2010, they remastered Paegan Terrorism Tactics, but I like to go back to the good old-fashioned, how did they put it down? How did they mix, master, and produce that some bitch when they did it? And I've heard a couple remastered records like Saxon and a couple of Aussie records when they do the remasters, and I say, I don't care. I want to hear the original version of it. So, there you have that. Look into related artists. This is going to be a cavalcade of those old swampy doom bands. I Hate God and Down's going to be in there, all that stuff. Dystopia, Nail Bomb, Electric Wizard, Crowbar, Mortician. I believe this was when we were talking about the related artists for Acid Bath, we were amazed at all the influence from all the different genres of music that they have, because you got Mortician, Mayhem, Death, I Hate God, there they are, Snot, I thought that was a little crazy, Cannibal Corpse, that's a little, right? Slaves on Dope, and Sanguiscabog, which I learned that name last time we did an Acid Bath, 13 Fingers, I think it was that we did, and I learned that name, Sanguiscabog, there. There is no image of the band. I have decided that we will use, I think 13 Fingers, I said we were going to, I might look at the cemetery picture of Acid Bath. Indeed, this time it is. It's them. They're outside there in front of the spooky gates of the cemetery down in New Orleans. Down there, there's an alligator down there, and there's voodoo going on down there, and there's Shane. Are you ready for Venus Blue, Shane? I say, you bet your sweet and juicy's I am, pals. I say, all right, let's get to it then. Acid Bath began where the earth ends, deep in the swamp of Louisiana Bayou. Formed in 1991, the band's sound blended elements of Southern Gothic, psychedelic rock, sludge, and death metal, with lyrics invoking surreal, pagan, and psycho imagery. Wild boys, too, full of blood for their own good, with a ferocious stage presence and a notorious reputation in the heart of the Cajun hell. They exploded onto the... I'll even go a bit farther in this. How do you like that, guys? They exploded onto the New Orleans metal scene, outsiders, and quickly gained a cult status and that echoes to this day. Acid Bath's influence on the modern metal scene is undeniable. They disbanded in 1997, heartbroken after the death, yes indeedy, of Audrey Pitre. Audie Pitre. I want to say Audrey Pitre, but it's Audie Pitre. I was Audrey Pitre. Now, rest in peace to you, sweet person, sweet soul out there, sweet boy. We go to the OG Paegan Terrorism Tactics, and we do this now for Dennis Norwood and Yo-Yo. Do you own a Yo-Yo, Dennis? Not Yo-Yo, who put in the request, but I'm just saying a Yo-Yo. What was the big name brand? Yo-Yo's going to know. Get in the comments, both of you, and explain what the big name brand of Yo-Yo was. because it's right on the tip of my tits. Venus Blue. And there I go. Look, I'm peeky doodling at 13 fingers, and it's right below Venus Blue here. Let's do it now. This is the Titty Boom Boom Pie. Give you a taste. Take a taste. We listen to it on red. Yeah. I'm so terrible with the lighting on this son of a gun. All right, let's do it. Give it a taste. It's very irritating to me. Don't pay no attention if I change colors in this thing. Here we go. Venus Blue. It's going to be a haunting little number. It's haunting, infectious. It's like this music is like they're literally witnessing creepiness and singing about it. Let Dax Ridge. How much we must bleed her? Vocals got anguish in it, you know? Funeral procession? Like those toms. Voice has a wiseness to it, like he's telling you some gritty stuff. How much we beat her? Thick with emotion, you know. That's nice. It's got a bit of a punky feel to it. What's he got? Kind of playing back and forth. It's just kind of a solid, drony, sad tale. Solo time. Put a little bit of flange on there and just let them notes squeal it out. Bass is sitting nice and high up on the song. Got a bit of effect on that vocal in bits too. Got a wise voice. Well, that doesn't get us stopping on a dime. It gets a 10 every time, but I'll tell you what, that's the emotionally charged little number. And here's 13 Fingers. So that's a nice sequencing they've done on that record, because that's a perfect song. I was saying I think 13 Fingers is probably one of my favorites. And that's a nice flow with that Venus Blue going into that 13 Fingers. So they did some great sequencing there. What say you? Most important part of my videos, yes indeedy, is where you get in the comments and tell me exactly what you think of Acid Bath. You think of Paegan Terrorism Tactics. You tell me all these fine stories, fun nuggets, interesting tidbits about Acid Bath, the guys in the band, the history of the band, just the cray-cray. Everything that you know and love about this band. I would like to get a personal perspective from you on what you think of this band, the first time you heard them, what they mean to you. Have you seen them live? All that. Good, great, fantastic. Yes, Shane, I'm a huge fan of Acid Bath, and I will indeed get down there and tell you all those things that you just spit out. All-time favorite albums and songs, and a biography about this band, fun nuggets about each and every member of the band. I know Dax Riggs did some kind of acoustic solo stuff that was kind of more in the creepy part of town, because he was kind of popular in the horror punk scene there for a little bit. People were digging, you know, if you were into the Misfits and you were into all of that stuff that was going on around the 2000s to the 2010s. Dax Riggs is one of them bands, Roky Erickson and all that kind of stuff. So, or you say, not good, not great. Shane, I didn't like that at all. It spooked me. It scared the cat. It scared the dog. It scared the chickens outside. It was just terrible. Don't want it, don't need it, never gonna listen to it again. All that can be put in the comments below. Don't you know? If you got a request, want to see it on the channel, I'd ask politely and kindly if you would put it in the comments. I've got some links down there you could use to put a request in, or you could put it in the comments, okay? There you go. Dennis Norwood and Yo-Yo. You guys should start up like a comedy troupe or something. Dennis Norwood and Yo-Yo. It'd be great. I'd watch it. Start a YouTube channel. Acid Bath.